Reporting from the Takoradi Market Circle, from the heart of the Upper West Regional Capital,
from the heart of the Ashanti Kingdom.
Reporting from Sunyani,
from the Central Business District of Navrongo.
The parliamentarians are on recess.
This is where it all unfolds, the moments that potentially alters the course of our nation and the world. These are the individuals we recognize, the voices we amplify, who appears on screen and who contributes behind the scenes. With professionalism at our core, we bring you news you can trust, impact journalism that makes a difference. This illustrates how diverse perspectives enhance our strength and reinforces our mission. This is 3 News, leaders in breaking news, exclusive interviews, facts and analysis on TV, radio, online and digital. 3 News, first in news.
Reporting from the Takoradi Market Circle, from the heart of the Upper West Regional Capital,
from the heart of the Ashanti Kingdom.
Reporting from Sunyani,
from the Central Business District of Navrongo.
The parliamentarians are on recess.
This is where it all unfolds, the moments that potentially alters the course of our nation and the world. These are the individuals we recognize, the voices we amplify, who appears on screen and who contribute.
It's Sunday, the 13th of July, 2025. Hello, good evening to you. Welcome to News 360. We're live from our studios here, number 35, John Hammer Street, in Accra. I am Noble Crosby, Annan.
And I am Ayisha Yakubu. Coming up, the headlines.
News 360 Headlines is brought to you by
Flamingo Paint,
Pepsodent Charcoal and Pepsodent Herbal,
EcoBank.
In the bulletin tonight, Western Regional National Security Liaison Officer Brigadier General Musa Weja, retired, reveals a significant reduction in galamsey along the Ankobra River in the Jura area.
Drivers and residents living between Adenta and Dodowa have expressed concern over delays in the ongoing construction of the Adenta-Dodowa highway.
Also tonight, the story of Stephen Ashley, a Jamestown's only blind fisherman, who's putting fish on tables in our homes.
Some Ghanaian couples are now opting for simple, quiet weddings over grand ceremonies.
And much later in international news, immediate past former Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari dies at a clinic in London, aged 82. Welcome to the broadcast. We're live also on all our social media platforms at TV3 Ghana. Let's begin the bulletin from here.
We're starting off from the Western region as the Western Regional National Security Liaison Officer, Brigadier General Musa Weja, retired, has noted that there has been a considerable decrease in galamsey activities along the Ankobra River, bank in the Jura area compared to previous patrols. This follows a joint security operation along the river, resulting in the destruction of over 150 Shangfan machines, raising of makeshift camps, and seizure of 7 excavators. Irama Smith has more.
The Joint Anti-galamsey Task Force, comprising personnel from the Western Naval Command, 2nd Infantry Battalion and National Security Operatives, conducted a 7-hour 45-minute patrol along the Ankoba River, spanning from Jura Riaso upstream to Jura Ishiem downstream in the Evalue Adjomoro Jura constituency of the Western region. Sanctioned by the Western Regional Minister Joseph Nelson, the team carried out a meticulously planned dawn raid on known galamsey hotspots. The operation yielded significant results, with 153 Shamfang machines destroyed, 87 makeshift bank houses burnt, 6 water pumps, 1 generator, 7 excavators, and 1 outboard motor seized. Western Regional National Security Liaison Officer Brigadier General Musa Waja, retired, who led the task force, stressed the importance of sustained patrols on the Ankoba River to yield meaningful outcomes.
Whilst coming, we realized that the surface of the river there is considerable improvement, and we hope that this will have to be sustained. But we have also discovered that there are few settlements along the leather banks, and it appears that these people are now operating in the night. So in the next patrolling, our concentration will be the destruction of all unauthorized structures along the leather bank, and we know very soon we will be able to achieve our aim.
He noted a significant reduction in illegal mining activities along the Ankoba River's banks in the Jura area compared to previous patrols.
One significant thing that we noticed was that because of our previous operation, there were less activities along the banks of the river. It's an indication that the message is going across to all those who are settling along the banks of the river.
The environmental impact of galamsey activities is evident, with the Ankoba River running thick with mud and sediments. The operation aims to restore the river's ecosystem and protect communities and agriculture downstream. Irama Smith, TV3 News, Jura Ishim.
Well, from mining crackdowns in the western region back here in the capital to slow-moving construction, some drivers and residents commuting and living between Adenta and Dodowa have expressed concern over the delay in the ongoing construction of the Adenta-Dodowa highway. According to the drivers, the pace of work on the 22-kilometer stretch has significantly slowed down, making travel along the route increasingly difficult due to its deteriorating condition.
The Adenta-Dodowa highway is still under construction. The 22-kilometer route, once completed, is expected to feature interchanges and flyovers at major intersections to ease traffic flow. A visit to the construction site revealed some minor works being carried out by the contractor. Sections from Adenta to Oyibi and beyond have been graded, but road users say the uneven surface is affecting travel.
The contractors have slowed down on the road, so and they have abandoned somewhere like Annan here and Annan from.
The road is not as at first. They grade all the places, so if it rain like this, you cannot go as you go first. You see, it's hard for us to work on the road. So because of that, the trotro people said to go to Dodowa Street, they didn't go. They load here to how do you call it? Short. They go to Amahia. If they reach Amahia, they go to another Oyibi. So if somebody is here as a passenger going to Dodowa, it will take 3 cars before you reach Dodowa.
Some drivers are urging the contractor to complete one side of the route before shifting attention to the other to ease movement.
They have to do one side so that we move to the another side. They come here, but at times you are going here, you go to this place. It's difficult for us to drive.
Contractors have to tight one side for us so that we'll be using it for a meantime, and that one to help us.
However, the site manager of the construction company says The slowdown in progress is due to the rainy season, which has affected operations.
During rainy seasons like this, we don't do a lot of earthworks. So if the drivers are not seeing a lot of trucks moving up and down, dumping material left, right, center, it's because the weather is not too favorable for operations such as earthworks.
He added that about 50% of the project has so far been completed.
The job is 36 months. We've done 16 out of the 36. We've done almost about 50% of the works. So 20 months, we should be able to do the rest of the works under 20 months.
Meanwhile, some structures in Amrahia, which lie in the path of the road, have not yet been demolished due to pending compensation issues. Affected residents are calling for timely compensation to enable them to relocate.
Before the whole construction will start, I think there were private valuers who came to value the properties that are within the road. Okay, so they came to do the valuation, they brought their reports, but governments haven't come in to compensate the people. That is why they skipped this very place and work is still in progress elsewhere.
Residents in nearby communities, including Oyibi, Adomrobe, and Ebri, are also calling on government to intervene and expedite the project.
If they are constructing the Dodowa Adenta road, traffic could be diverted onto this road in case it is in a very good shape. Because now the road is in a very deplorable state with the onslaught of the heavy rains.
Hopefully within the next 20 months, according to the project manager, this 22-kilometer road from Adenta all the way to Dodowa will be completed to speed up trading activities in this part of the country. Joseph Armstrong, Gold Alubwe, TV3, Dodowa.
Well, while drivers are navigating bad roads, some students will navigate a new calendar. To some education stories now, and the Ghana Education Service has released the approved academic calendar for basic schools across the country for the 2025-2026 academic year. My colleague Ayisha Yakubu is standing by to walk us through what the new timelines will be. Ayisha.
Right, Crosby, as you rightly put it, this calendar is by the Ghana Education Service for the 2025-2026 academic calendar. Now, the first term is going to have 15 weeks. The reopening is on September 2, 2025, and then they will have their midterm break for 2 days from October 31 to November 3. And then school officially closes on December 18, 2025, and then vacation is December 19, 2025 through to January 7, 2026. Also, then we have the second term. Now, the second term here has 12 weeks. Now, in that 12 weeks, reopening date is on January 8, 2026, and then school officially closes on April 1, 2026 as well. Vacation is on April 2, 2026 through to April 20, 2026. The third term has 13 weeks overall, and the opening for the third term is April 21, 2026, and the school officially closes on July 23, 2026, and their vacation is on July 26, 2026. Now, the dates that you have to keep in mind is the dates for the Basic Education Certificate examination, which is from May 4 to May 11, 2026. So there you have it. That is the academic calendar for the 2025-2026 school year, which was released by the Ghana Education Service.
Well, clearly, parents and students can now plan in accordance with this calendar released by the Ghana Education Service. In our special series tonight, we take a closer look at one of Ghana's busiest hubs. The Ghana Port and Harbours Authority, as government rolls out the 24-hour economic policy. Judith Brown, she visited the ports to see how they're driving productivity around the clock.
With the 24-hour operations fully launched, we're seeing a significant boost in productivity. In fact, one place where it's already thriving is right here in Accra, at the heart of the nation's commerce, the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority. At night, we took a journey to the ports where operations never sleep. And at the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, operations were in full swing. From offloading to inspection and issuance of weigh bills, every stage of the workflow was actively underway.
Now what you see behind me is the process called inspection, and we're going to move closer because you can see some containers right here at the Ghana ports and harbors. The people you see around here are those who are doing that or conducting that inspection. It involves some representatives from the Customs Office, reps from the Ghana Ports and Harbors Authority, as well as reps from the shipping line. Now they are to inspect the cargo that is coming in the ports before, of course, it is given to their owners, and other processes are met as well. And so what you're seeing here is what we call partial unstuffing, where part of the goods are brought out of the containers, and you can see them here. They'll be inspected by the reps from the different places I spoke about. And there's also another type of inspection called the full unstuffing, where all the goods are brought out of the container and inspected. And there's also the inspection known as sighting, where none of the goods are brought out, but they can see through the container and easily determine that they are really the goods that are meant to be in that container. And so, as you can see behind me, a vehicle is being moved. It has just been brought out of a container. It's going to be inspected by the different representatives from Customs Shipping Line as well as GPHA. And after that, other processes are met before they're finally given to the owners. It's past 12 a.m. and they're still here doing their work. So many people at their various stations, and the policy is clearly working very well at the Ghana ports and harbors.
Well, despite these gains, other key government agencies are yet to follow suit. Notable amongst them are the Passport Office and National Identification Authority, which were locked up tight at the gate when we visited. This disparity highlights the varying pace of adoption among government agencies as the country transitions to a 24-hour economy. And so, is Ghana really ready for an economy where productivity knows no bounds and the lights never dim? You be the judge. Judith Brown, TV3 News, Accra.
And now, suspended Chief Justice Gertrude Torkornoo is seeking justice from the ECOWAS Court after filing a case against Ghana over her suspension and alleged human rights violations. Mixed reactions have greeted her decision, with some accusing her of abusing the judicial process, while others defend her right to seek redress. There's more in this report.
Deputy Attorney General Dr. Justice Shremsai revealed during the week that the suspended Justice Gertrude Torkornoo on July 4 filed a fresh legal action against Ghana at the ECOWAS Community Court of Justice in Abuja, Nigeria. Justice Gertrude Torkornoo is challenging her ongoing suspension and alleging multiple human rights violations. According to the Deputy AG, Justice Torkornoo argues that her suspension effectively amounts to a removal from office without the final determination of the case. This, she says, undermines her constitutional right to function in a position to which she was duly appointed. But speaking on the key points, the Member of Parliament for South Dai, Dr. Roxin Dapiamekpo, says the suspended Chief Justice is abusing the court process.
This pension of running to the media using different lawyers and filing all sorts of process. You are in the High Court, you are in the Supreme Court. I'm sure even if the rules permit her, she would have gone to the Court of Appeal. Now you are in before ECOWAS Court. Okay. No, she's doing what we call forum shopping. Senior, let's be. Okay, look, she's doing forum shopping.
Let's not kick her.
She taught us law. When you go to court, she will put you right. She taught us law. And I think she should stop it.
For a former director of the Ghana School of Law and private legal practitioner, Kweku Ansah Asare, the suspended Chief Justice seems to be taking actions that are harming her case.
It is our own rules of procedure and evidence that we are applying, and therefore, taking the matter out of the purview of our court to the ECOWAS court is not going to achieve the desired, purpose. I think it will be defeated. And at the end of the day, I think that upon a sober reflection, the Chief Justice will realize that, she has shot herself wrongly in the foot. no one else. So she's making her bed and she's lying in it. And it saddens and pains me that, she's adding more insult to injury.
Private legal practitioner Martin Pebu also spoke about the new development.
For me, what is clear is that once it's an exit to go, fine. Okay. But not an exit that come back, no. Right. No, that one I'm very, very clear that no. These are very serious matters. Either we go into the details and get merits, or she should be given an opportunity to leave, but not the one that come back and occupy the position without us going into the case. As for that one, if she wants to come back into office, then let's go into the case. We can't sweep those under the carpet. Otherwise, democracy will not grow. Let's see how we can do, because now it's becoming just one too many. Today we are in this court. The next day we are in another court, and the publications, it's dragging us. I don't think that it helps us.
Justice Tokonu was suspended on April 22, 2025, in line with Article 146 of the 1992 Constitution, following the establishment of a prima facie case against her after the receipt of 3 separate petitions. Subsequently, a 5-member committee chaired by Supreme Court Justice Gabriel Scott Puamang was appointed by the President to investigate the allegations. However, the suspended Chief Justice has accused the committee of abusing and violating her fundamental human rights. The ECOWAS Court has yet to set a date for hearing the case.
And speaking of justice, the chairman of the Constitutional Review Committee, Professor Henry Prempeh, says the committee will adopt the 2010 Constitutional Review Committee's report as a primary document for the ongoing review process. Speaking during the 5th Zonal Public Engagement at Ho in the Volta region, Professor Prempeh explained that the prevailing circumstances in the country demand an amendment of the 1992 Constitution.
Other region's version of the Constitutional Review Committee's engagement, held in Ho on Friday, saw participation from people of diverse backgrounds, ranging from academia, politics, traditional authority, the legal fraternity, and the larger informal sector, among others. Participants took turns to make inputs and proffered suggestions that they believe should be considered for inclusion into the review process. These suggestions, according to the committee, are not only useful, but will go a long way to validate its final report.
Participation has been very high. The diversity of the audience, the diversity of the views, the passion with which some of these views are expressed, and I think the whole experience has not been different. So you can tell that people are really looking for some change. And I think this meeting also validates that opinion.
Chairman of the committee, Professor Prempeh, believes the time is right for the needed changes to be made to Ghana's constitution.
I think this is a different moment. And the mere fact that the 2010 report was not taken on board does not mean it's dead. We as a committee, that is the first thing we had to do, is to get copies of the report and study it. So it's our primary document we are using.
A senior lecturer at the Department of Governance Studies at the Evangelical Presbyterian University College Ho, Dr. Harrison Belle, while commenting on the engagement, urged government and the committee to ensure the review process is not truncated like the others in the past.
Some traders at the Okaishi market are raising serious concerns over a dawn decongestion exercise, which they say has left them confused and frustrated. After traders were cleared off the pavements by men believed to be working with the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, structures are now being mounted in the same areas they were forced to vacate. Deborah Mensa has more in the following report.
It was at dawn on Saturday that a massive operation hit the Okaishi market. Traders say they watched helplessly as men accompanied by police officers cleared them off the pavements and hauling away their goods. The exercise, believed to be part of a decongestion drive by the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, was meant to free up walkways and restore order. But just a day after, the same pavements are being occupied again, this time not by hawkers, but by metal containers. This development has left many traders and not by hawkers, but by metal containers. This development has left many traders. They are questioning the motive behind the exercise. It was in the night after selling our goods. We saw policemen all over to sack us. We asked one of the police and he said he can't give answers, but we should go and ask the authorities. We are begging the president to come to our aid. Though the operation was carried out with police presence, the identity of those now mounting the containers remain unclear. Attempts by a news team to get confirmation from the AMA or those on the ground proved futile.
It's very, very painful, and I don't know why they are doing this. These women have been here for so long a time. I don't know why this all of a sudden they are putting up these structures. Where are these people going? How are they going to look after their family? Are those people coming better off than these ones? Is the president or the authorities, are they much better off than these people? When we are doing something, let's think about others, not for ourselves.
The traders are calling for transparency, fairness, and engagement. To them, this is not just a policy issue, it is their livelihood at stake. Until authorities provide answers, suspicion and frustration will continue to grow here at Okaishi.
Now let's bring you one of our headliners. When his eyesight failed, his senses of touch, smell, taste, and sound came to his rescue to help him navigate the rough waves of the ocean. Portia Gabo tells the story of Stephen Ashley, Jamestown's only blind fisherman who is putting fish on tables in our homes.
In the coastal community of Jamestown in Accra, among hundreds of fishermen, a remarkable individual stands out.
I am the only blind fisherman in Jamestown. If you ask of me, you'll be told I am Sammy Steve Wonder. At fishing, I am called Blind Fisherman Soldier because I work like a soldier at sea.
Stephen Ashley is a special fisherman. He has spent 25 years navigating the seas and advocating for sustainable fishing practices. Stephen tells me he was not born blind.
I became blind during an argument with a friend in 1989. In the 90s, I noticed a change in my eyesight. My father did not have money to seek medical treatment. With time, I was unable to see.
He earned the nickname Stevie Wonder after he had a chance encounter with a US-based musician during his visit to Ghana in the 1990s.
Oh, I just got to say I love you. I just got to say, oh, I love you, love you.
Persons with disabilities often face significant barriers in Ghana's fishing industry. These include lack of accessibility, because fishing vessels and equipment are often inaccessible to them. But he has overcome these challenges.
Some people treat you harshly because you are blind. You must respect a blind person and draw them closer to you when you meet one.
His colleague fishermen help him out when the need arises. With 25 years experience in fishing, Stephen cannot boast of owning a canoe.
Yes, the brand fisherman soldier.
I want to own a canoe and a fishing net to prove that disability does not limit one's capabilities or potential. You do not need to beg on the street.
His wife is proud of his achievements. I love him. If I didn't love him, I would not have spent my life with him. I have 2 kids with him. His colleague fishermen at Jamestown all agree on the need to have an inclusive fisheries sector.
At midnight, he comes to the seashore unaided. He is helped when climbing the canoe. I treat him well after fishing.
Stephen may have lost his sight, but not his vision. His story demonstrates the power of inclusion, diversity, resilience, determination, and passion. His dream for the fisheries sector is to see more persons with disabilities included and empowered to fully participate.
I'm on time for a ferry. I don't know so pet. The be panana, 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 panana.
Well, clearly, disability does not limit one's capabilities. To some other stories tonight, and from the sea to the isle, Ghanaian weddings have always been known to be lavish, loud, and even at times larger than life. But there's a new wave of couples quietly walking away from that tradition. In this report, Ayisha Yakubu explores what is behind the growing trend of couples choosing the simplest form of unions.
Weddings are a once-in-a-lifetime experience which needs careful planning. From gowns to gold chairs, some go all out, transforming the ceremony into a social spectacle that demands time, money, and attention. But not everyone is chasing extravagance, even among those who can afford it. For a growing number of couples, rising costs, family expectations, and changing priorities are shrinking the appetite for high-profile marriage ceremonies. Like the Oseis, who could have thrown a wedding to get Accra talking, but they chose to do the opposite.
I planned with my partner to have the simplest wedding at that time. At that particular time, I had got into my business, so it was the starting of it. So I wasn't financially well, so I had to plan that way, yeah. You have to work within your means, because after the marriage, this thing will eat you up.
They opted for a quieter wedding ceremony in order to have a better head start in their marital life.
It's something that I felt we're now coming to start life, so I didn't think of spending so much into it. So because I knew there were other things to it, yeah. Because at that time we had other things to do, rent, and then some other stuff. So we had an engagement at Takrade, that's her dad's place, and then came back to Accra and had the signing at the church.
They are not alone. According to a 2023 event industry poll, over 30% of engaged urban couples said they would prefer a small or private ceremony if they weren't afraid of disappointing their families. Family expectations run deep. In many Ghanaian households, weddings are a public statement, not just about love, but about family pride, status, and social approval. Some would consider a quiet ceremony over a statement wedding if they had full control over the decision making. Others are willing to go all out.
It depends on the work my man is doing, but I don't want a small wedding. Me pay wedding kesiye. Cause me down for form be no. Omo de wo 19 na person be catch say me wedding we say we want. So I have to impress them no mo say yeah me what town.
If your finances meet up to that standard, go in for it. But if not, do not go in for a loan to have that wedding which you can't afford. I've seen people that went in for that loan and had a wedding that later day it crashed and now they're no more. And they're struggling to pay for that wedding.
I know myself, I know that, okay, I can do about, say, 50 people. My wife agreed. And yes, we went on with that. We are enjoying now because we are not owing anybody.
Arbitrary checks reveal that a wedding in Accra and Kumasi costs an average of between 40,000 cedis and 100,000 cedis. Some couples take loans or rely heavily on family contributions, while others stretch themselves financially to have their dream wedding. According to Councillor Kweko Edumata, this ends up putting a lot of stress and anxiety on the marriage itself.
Right from you starting, you are in debt. You cannot finish paying, and you realize that instead of you to now nurture your marriage, especially when the kids are in, you got to pay bills. Nobody should seek external money when you don't have what it takes to do for your wedding. Don't do that. It's dangerous. Psychologically, you break down. Physiologically, you can't get it right. Emotionally, you break down. And you come to realize that, and then you go like,
He urges couples to be emotionally ready and put all the focus on their marriage itself, rather than the spectacle that comes with it.
I've got only 10,000. That's our budget. How much I can, if you can, let's roll. It's between the two of us and God. It's not one person deciding. It is the two minds that must be one. And so, if it's you, Asha, go like Asha, it's because the real marriage, you are yet to go in. It's so difficult that we need to understand that. And more being Asha, stop it!
Whether you choose a quieter wedding or opt for a fairy tale one, what matters most is what comes after the vows. And for the new generation of Ghanaian couples, marriage is no longer about matching expectations. It is about starting life together on their own terms. Ayisha, Yakubu Khaled, TV3 News.
You're watching News360. We return with more stories after this break. Stay with us.
For staying with us on News 360, let's bring you some more stories. For many people, WhatsApp statuses have quietly become a space to express their feelings, whether it is heartbreak, stress, silent joy, or a message to someone who might never reply. The status update has turned into a personal outlet shared with contacts, but not always meant for everyone. Noble Crosby Annan in the following report explores the subject.
It disappears in 24 hours, but says more than a 3-hour phone call. I'm talking about WhatsApp status, their silent megaphones. We may not be chatting, but once the app is open, we sometimes find ourselves in a deep status viewing spree. We're just scrolling and we're silently consuming.
From coded heartbreak posts to quick-fire business pitches, WhatsApp status, it has become one of the most personal and most powerful social media stage. But what exactly are we posting and why?
I used to post motivational stuff.
Sometimes you use it for business, and sometimes people post opportunities over there.
I post Quran verses.
For many, it's a digital diary, a place to mourn a breakup, share a prayer, or drop a not-so-subtle message aimed at someone who hurt them.
A couple of times, when someone is being a little some way with me, I will just find something that really just goes with what I am feeling towards the person, and then, and the person, I would definitely know this is for her or for him.
It's a shade for a reason, so once you see, you know it's for you. Then once I know you've seen, now delete it.
You can control who sees your status, so sometimes what you're seeing is not random. It is aimed. And sometimes what you're not seeing is also for a purpose. Take these social media videos, for instance.
Jesus! Move the status. No only flower there. Ayana. Move you and from here. Okay.
It's not just emotion, it's economy. Status is now the hottest billboard for the everyday side hustle.
It's a high visibility feature, and businesses can use that to market their product because people will see it. If they see the WhatsApp status, so whatever information is there, they are most likely going to consume it.
WhatsApp status allows people to manage how they're seen. Sad but strong. Broke but branding. Lost but spiritual. It is curated vulnerability. Oh, and other times too, it's just settings. No truth whatsoever.
Okay now. Okay. God have mercy upon us.
For many, it's just an avenue or a platform. But did you know the psychology and sociology behind your wanting to update your status or spending time viewing that of others?
It's our way of communicating when we don't feel very powerful or we don't feel comfortable enough being out there and saying it. So statuses have helped people put themselves out there, so to speak.
So far as a lot of people are using it, it is also an avenue for people to also put out what it is that they want others to know about.
It turns out every status is someone's voice, even if it sounds like silence. The next time you scroll through someone's status, don't just look. Listen. There could be a real message behind, and you may save a life.
I was going through my friend's WhatsApp status, and I saw some inscriptions on my friend's status, and it indicated that he wanted to commit suicide. So I went to his house to go and encourage him. With my encouragement, he did not commit the suicide. And today, I am glad to say my friend is alive.
Well, WhatsApp status has become a soft scream, a whisper, and sometimes a playground. Noble Crosby, Annan, TV3 News, Accra.
Away from that to the Bono East region now, and residents of Kintampo are calling on the government to intervene and resolve The chieftaincy dispute in the area. According to the residents, the development is threatening their security and economic well-being. Belinda Tete has more here.
While the dispute centers on rightful occupant of the stool, local residents emphasize that its consequences extend far beyond traditional protocol, directly impacting their livelihoods and safety. This, according to residents, is having a direct economic consequence as vendors who relied on the town's active night economy are now hesitant to operate, leading to a substantial loss of revenue for the municipality.
Those fighting around, they are disturbing we the youth who are coming up now. Right now, if you are fighting, how will I go to work and get money for my family? What I'll just tell them that we need peace in Kintampo here. Tourist attractions.
Kintampo is endowed with a lot of tourist attraction that could help improve the status of the community. And if we had one paramount chief who lead us and fight for development for the community, the residents stress that the ongoing conflict is actively eroding the stability and security of the community, urging for a swift intervention from the National Security and the Regional Police Command to tame the growing unrest in the area.
Use this opportunity to call on the municipal security headed by the MC, the regional security headed by the regional minister, and the national security to kindly take a keen interest in the happenings within Kintampo, since the town is currently sitting on a time bomb, and any provoked attack could jeopardize the peace that we are enjoying.
To tackle the growing menace, the MC for Kintampo North, Isaac Donko, has officially referred the issue to RECSEC for deliberation and intervention.
I've taken the needed steps, and now RECSEC has taken over. I've reported to them and given them all the needed reports, and they are also taking it up. And I want to use this opportunity to advise the teeming youth who are following these chiefs. No chief will have to move to go and do this. It is about their followers, their supporters. And as the municipal chief executive, I want to just advise the youth peacefully and humbly that we all need development. They should rally behind me for us to move in terms of unity, and we can get the needed development for our people.
Adansi Travels, a leading travel agency, has launched Dubai Week to highlight one of its most popular destinations. This is part of activities marking Adansi Travels' 12th anniversary.
From dream getaways to unforgettable experiences, Adansi Travels has been connecting Ghanaians to the world for 12 years. To mark this milestone, Adansi Travels is shining a spotlight on Dubai, a destination close to its origins and to the heart of many of its clients. Starting August 12, Adansi Travels will fly hundreds to Dubai with curated travel packages from just $1,580, covering flights, hotel stays, visas, and full experiences. As part of the anniversary celebrations, travelers will enjoy unique cultural fusions like a full Ghana-themed desert party featuring Ghanaian food and DJ sets in the heart of Dubai. CEO of Adansi Travels, Gideon Asari, says the idea to start the agency was born from a trip to Dubai years ago, and now, 12 years on, they are giving back with something special.
Our business, actually, the idea to start a travel agency came after I had visited Dubai 30 years ago with a group of friends. So after 12 years of doing this, helping people go to Dubai, we felt that this deserves a special focus, and that is why we chose this week as a Dubai week. And the good news is that since we are celebrating our anniversary in Dubai, we are giving some unique experiences that you will never find it in Dubai.
Country manager for Emirates Ghana, Saud Al-Akili, noted how Emirates has benefited from its partnership with Adansi Travels.
What Adansi Travels is doing is great packages where we are coming in as an airline also to connect the people and the Ghanaians from here to Dubai, to offer them the best experience when it comes to hospitality as well as culture. I would love to invite everyone to join Adansi Travel in their next trip in August to see and feel more of Dubai and what Dubai has to offer.
This is News 360. Let's now bring you some sports news. Spray and coil.
Good evening and welcome to the sports segment here on News 360. My name is Bill Lishan. Now, the Black Queens will have to win their final game against Tanzania to book a place in the quarterfinal of the Women's AFCON. My colleague Akusia, who is in Morocco, has all the details.
Points each in Group C, Tanzania and Ghana are going into the final round of March to grab all the possible points to possibly end up as one of the third-ranked teams to move into the next stage of the competition. Coach Kim Lasbioke Green and Chantel Boy Holoka has been speaking to the media, and they have shown so much optimism, understanding the importance of the final game.
We're having a good feeling. Of course, we worked hard for the 3 points in the previous game, so we were a little bit disappointed with just 1 point. We think that we deserved more, but in the end of the day, the most important were probably to get at least 1 point. Now we have everything in our own hands, and make sure to win the game tomorrow.
I think as players, I'm just echoing the same as the coach. I think throughout the whole camp, throughout the whole team, we have the positivity, we believe in ourselves, we know we've got the quality. We just got to go out and show it.
Coach Kim also mentioned about the absence of Doris Bwedua and what it presents to the team. According to him, he is not under any form of pressure because he has players like Princella Adobia and even Chantel Hloka to be in that position.
We have one player to the left here, but we have also other players like Adobia is one person that have played there, for example, but we have many more like Alice Kusi, for example. So there are good options, even if we always gonna miss Doris as well.
Also, Coach Kim Lasbioke Green has reiterated the fact that he is not under any form of pressure and believes in his team to be able to get the necessary points against Tanzania to move to the next stage of the competition.
Now let's talk briefly about the Club World Cup final because Chelsea are currently leading PSG by 3-0 in the first half, and so they are on course to winning that trophy. Now in the world of tennis, world number 1 Jannik Sinner won his first Wimbledon title by wearing down Carlos Alcaraz in another high-quality Grand Slam final between the dominant forces of the men's game. Italy's Sinner claimed a 4-6, 6-4, 6-4 victory at the All England Club, avenging his brutal French Open defeat by the Spanish world number 2 Alcaraz just 35 days ago. Then Sinner led by 2 sets and held 3 championship points before Alcaraz roared back to win a 5-set classic lasting more than 5 hours. Now, the 23-year-old has responded by taking 2-time defending champion Alcaraz's crown on the center court grass following another gripping contest, which again showcased the pair's shot-making, athleticism, and star power. Now, still on the Wimbledon, here are the first words from the champion, Jannik Sinner.
Hello, everyone, first of all, and I would like to start with Carlos. Again, an amazing tournament, but mostly thank you for the player you are. It's so difficult to play against you, but we have, as you said, an amazing relationship also off the court, and on the court we just try to build up, and for doing that we need the best teams in the world, and also you have the best team, so keep going, keep pushing. You're gonna hold many times this. You have already 2, so.
That's it for the sports segment here on News 360. My name is Bill Ishen.
In international news this evening, immediate past Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari has died in London aged 82. Buhari led Nigeria twice as a military head of state and democratic president. President Bola Tinubu has spoken with the former president's widow, Ayisha Buhari, and offered his deep condolences.
Served as Nigeria's civilian president from 2015 to 2023 after previously leading the country as a military head of state between 1983 and 1985. Buhari ran for president of Nigeria on the platform of All Nigeria People's Party (ANPP) in 2003 and 2007, and on the Congress for Progressive Change (CPC) platform in 2011. In December 2014, he emerged as the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress Party for the 2015 general election. Buhari won the election, defeating incumbent President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. It was the first time in Nigeria's history that an incumbent president lost a re-election bid. Buhari was sworn in as president on 29th of May 2015. In February 2019, President Buhari was re-elected, defeating his closest rival, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. Buhari was known for his stance on anti-corruption and efforts to stabilize the economy. His administration launched several anti-corruption initiatives and sought to recover stolen public funds, earning both praise and criticism. On security, Buhari
he prioritized the fight against Boko Haram and other insurgent groups, especially in the northeast. While some progress was made, issues like banditry, kidnapping, and ethnic tensions remained widespread. On the economy, although the economy faced challenges including recession and inflation, Buhari maintained a focus on infrastructure development and agricultural self-sufficiency. On May 29, 2023, Buhari, having served his mandatory 2 terms, handed over to President-elect Bola Tinubu, who won the 2023 polls.
Let's still bring you some more international stories.
Secretary General of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, Mark Rutte, is set to meet President Donald Trump this week on the heels of the U.S. leader announcing plans to sell NATO allies weaponry that it can then pass on to Ukraine. NATO, in a statement, said Rutte will be in Washington on Monday and Tuesday and will meet with Trump, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, as well as Congress. The visit comes as Trump last week teased that he would make a major statement on Russia on Monday, and as Ukraine struggles to repel massive and complex air assaults launched by Russian forces. Rubio said Friday that some of the US-made weapons that Ukraine is seeking are deployed with NATO allies in Europe.
Well, that's our package for you tonight. But there's more news always on our website, 3news.com. I am Noble Crosby.
And I'm Ayisha Yakubu. Have a great week ahead.